Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you've all had a lovely half term. Today in our reading lesson, we are going to be reading an extract which has a twist on the traditional tale of the Three Little Pigs. Before half term, Mrs. Musk did some reading sessions with you and we focused on some skills which spell out the acronym DEREC. Can you remember what each of these letters stand for? Pause the video now and either write them down or tell the person in the room. Okay, so I'm sure you managed to remember all of them, but in case you didn't, here they are. D is for decode. This means we decrypt, unravel, or work out. E is for explain, where we look to find meanings in words. R is for retrieve, similar to the word retriever. A golden retriever fetches something, just like how we are fetching or finding information. We say we are retrieving. I is for interpret, where we interpret information. We're using our inference skills. And C is choice. We're thinking about the choices that have been made. And this is what it looks like using a picture from the Three Little Pigs. Now you'll see that I haven't used, the D for decoding. This is because we're constantly using this throughout our reading. We're constantly decoding things. So the first question is an explain question. What does the word anxious mean? Anxious means feeling or showing worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. Our next question is a retrieval question. What materials are the houses made out of? This one is nice and easy. The houses are made out of straw, twigs, and brick. Okay, so the next question is our interpret question. How are the three pigs feeling and how do you know? So you would answer the question like this. The pigs are feeling ... I know this because ... Write down your answer now. And finally, our choice question is what are the three little pigs thinking? So I can see that this one here looks a little bit concerned. So I imagine he would be thinking, how am I going to get away from the wolf? Today, we're going to look at a text and explain the meaning of words. Whilst I'm reading the text, I want you to write down any words that you are unfamiliar with. A quiet buzz settled over the vast courtroom. The members of the jury were settled back into their seats after a long break, and the public galleries were a bustling hive of activity. On the stand, the accused was sworn in, and the prosecuting attorney took to her feet. She was wearing an expensive suit and wore a pained expression. She was also a fox. This wasn't too unusual. The accused was a pig and the judge was a badger. When the fox spoke, it was with a soft and friendly voice that didn't match her face. To be clear, Mr. Ham, you have pleaded innocent to the murder of Mr. Wolf. The pig nodded, but said nothing. I am here today to prove to you that Pig is lying. This was directed at the jurors. First, can you describe your arrest? Mr. Ham coughed and said, It was about 6 in the morning. I was just eating my breakfast. The officers barged into my house without so much as a by your leave, and the next thing I know, I'm being dragged into the back of a cop car. Indeed. And why did they arrest you? They said I killed Mr. Wolf. I didn't, though. Mr. Ham paused for a split second. Well, I suppose I did kill him, but it was self-defense. I promise. At the pig's confession, the court erupted. Photographers snapped away and journalists scribbled in their notes. The judge banged his gavel and called for order. When everybody had been settled back down, he waved the fox to continue. So you admit to killing him? Maybe you'd better tell us what led to such a violent attack, said the fox with a wry smile. He'd been trying to blow down my house. He'd stand there day and night, huffing and puffing. I feared for my life. He'd done it before as well. My 2 brothers both had their houses blown down by him. They'd come to live with me. Luckily, my house is made of bricks. You say that your brothers had their houses blown down. Did you see it for yourself? No, the pig said nervously. They told me. Well, our doctors tell us that Mr. Wolf suffered from chronic asthma. There's no way he could blow out a candle, let alone a house. The pig tried to speak, but no words came out. The lawyer continued, in fact, your brothers have both recently claimed substantial insurance payouts for their destroyed houses. We believe that Mr. Wolf was simply suffering from an asthma attack and stumbled down your chimney, at which point you boiled him alive. What do you have to say for yourself? The fox finished with a flourish. Humbled, Mr. Ham looked at his trotters. A quiet hum rose again in the crowd as the judge ordered the jury out to make their decision. When they finally returned a couple of hours later, the foreman, a squirrel, stood and proceeded to talk. Your Honour, the members of the jury find Mr. Ham. Now, let's have a look at some of the words I've written down. I have got vast, bustling, pained, jurors, barged, erupted, gavel, chronic, substantial, flourish, and foreman. Hopefully you were able to write down some of your own words that you weren't sure of, but if you haven't, quickly jot them down now. Now, I would like you to use a dictionary to find the meaning of each of your words. Once you have done this, you can unpause the video and we can go through some of the words together. Okay, so here are some of the meanings. Vast means a great extent or quantity. Bustling, moving about in an energetic and busy manner. Pained, affected with pain. Juror, a member of the jury. Barged means to move forcefully or roughly. Erupted, like a volcano, break out suddenly and dramatically. Gavel is a small hammer with which a judge hits to a surface to call for order. Chronic, which is something that's persistent, it lasts for a long time. Substantial is has a considerable importance, size, or worth. Flourish, to grow or develop in a healthy way. And foreman, a first or chief person. So if you didn't get any of those written down, you can pause the video and write them down. Well done, everyone. That is the end of your reading lesson.